Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So welcome to our session. So I'm Professor Zhen Wang. I'm the co-director of the Environmental Management Technology Program, and another our co-director Arthur is sitting here. So if you guys have any further questions, so we too can help you guys. Okay, well, it's very clear today to see all of you guys here, some parents and the students. And thank you for your interest in our program. So over the next 20 minutes, I'm going to share with you guys and how our program, EVMT, are going to prepare the students and in the growing field of the sustainability, and especially how to link the business, government, NGO, and also beyond not only EVMT. So this is today's rundown. So I'm going to give you a quick introduction about the EVMT, our program, and how and what makes our program unique. And then we will also introduce the Hong Kong IQEP accreditation, which is actually a big advantage of our program compared to other program, and also which can help you guys in the future. And finally, we will have alumni sharing. So one of our former students, Whitney Yu, and graduated 2 years ago, and she will share and his journey after graduation. She is currently a sustainable consultant at Schneider Electric. Okay, about EVMT. What is EVMT? Okay, so in short, it's the environmental management technology. Okay, we want to groom future environmental sustainable leaders. Okay, and what we can see actually, so in the future, so currently we are facing a lot of environmental issues. So this is not a single disciplinary can solve the problem. So we want to train the students, okay, with both technical skill and personal skill. So you care about the environment, you know how the environmental technology, but also you're going to learn how through the business and the management side and to solve the problem and achieve a much more sustainable future. Okay, so our goal is to equip the students not only about the technical side, but also very important, personal people skills, how to communicate, how to become a leader in this sustainable field. Okay. Another thing, later I may introduce more about the Hong Kong IQEP, which is actually a very good advantage for our program. Our program, EVMT, is the first accredited program for this Hong Kong IQEP, which means after you graduate from this program, you actually can come into a fast track to become an accredited professional for Hong Kong IQEP. You only need 5 years. Compared to other programs, you may need more than 10 years. Okay. So another thing is when we talk about the environmental, sometimes people always have some some feeling. Okay. So environmental protection may still picture some a protest, government pressure campaign, or just garbage cleaning. But in reality, environment protection or sustainability is actually much more than that. So this is a narrow view, but it's already outdated. Okay, so sustainability is now a global business trend. From the 17 United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and Paris Agreement to more awareness of the need for balance the environment, society, and business, and economy, and the industry. And now, so everyone already realized that, okay, the importance of corporate sustainability, like ESG reporting. All big firms, big company, bankings, insurance company, so all these companies from Europe, from Hong Kong, every company needs to do one thing, ESG report. Anyone heard ESG report before? No? Oh, some parents heard. Yeah, so for ESG report, so I think most of you guys know environmental science and environmental engineering, right? So for students graduate from this program, can they do ESG report? The answer probably is no. The reason is that they know environmental science, engineering, but they don't know how the society and how the management and governance. And from the students from the business school, can they do that? They don't know how to do environment. They don't know what is sustainability, right? So actually our program is trying to train the students become a leader in this field. Okay, through 4 years training, we want the student to, through the cross-disciplinary training, and they can actually balance the environment and the industry, government, company, all these kind of aspects, and bringing the science, policy, and the business to make real change and for the sustainable future. Okay, so I'm going to show you how our curriculum are going to build a well-rounded and future-ready perspective. So the students are going to learn different courses from different schools, different field. Okay, not only our environmental-related technology, but also business course, engineering course, science course, and social science course. So through this foundation study, so we want the students to gain, trained on knowledge and technical skills. But beyond that, okay, we also have so many different activity, different like a field visit, mentorship, internships, and capstone project. And so that we want to train the student to have more like a creativity, critical analysis, problem solving, and at the same time, good communicators and good team workers, and also good team leader. Okay, so become a leadership, so that we can, through the holistic training, to train the student to become an environmental and sustainable professional leader. Okay, more details about our curriculum. So in the year 1 and year 2, basically the students are going to learn some EVMT and the business, engineering science, some foundation study, fundamental study, and also in year 2 there will be more like a foundation course on environmental related course, and in year 4 there will be more in-depth, specialized course on different area. And then the final year, we're going to have a capstone project, which I will introduce more later. And in addition to that, we also have a lot of other enrichment program, like minor enrichment program, including study trips, minor program, internship, exchange, and also some competitions. So a more detailed table. So currently it may more complex to you guys. But when you get into here, at the first day, we are going to let you know more details, not only from our professors' perspective, and also our alumni and the current students that share about the study journey for the whole 4 years. So the different color actually representing, for example, the green color representing different like a required course for our program, and there are also some elective course, and also some common core offered by the whole university, and also you have chance to have some free elective. For example, students in the first year, they're going to learn some basic on math, calculus, and some computer skills, and also starting to learn about the sustainability fundamental and touch about the environmental aspects. And the second year start to learn more about the environment, technology, material and energy balance, and also at the same time they are going to learn like business side management, like fundamental of business, microeconomy, and also business statistics. And then starting from year 3 and year 4, there will be more specialized course on like a ESG report, life cycle assessment, and all these courses are trying to train and prepare well for our students for the future job. Okay, talk about the capstone project. Actually, in the final year, all the students are going to work with a corporate partner. So these corporate partners are all big companies and groups in Hong Kong. So compared to other programs, which normally the final year project, the students just work with professors on whatever the project we have. In our program, our capstone project is a little bit different. Okay, we will work with the big companies. This company will bring out some questions, some problems, some issues that they want to explore. They may not have like currently some their own workers to work on that. So our students, 3 students as a group, are going to participate in this task, in this project, led by the corporate partner. So we are going to have a corporate advisor from the company. So they will help you and guide you how to proceed with this project. At the same time, we will also have like a professor as an academic advisor to help the student. So through this year-long capstone project, actually, the student can really integrate what he learned from the course before in the classroom with the real problem, real situation happen in the world. So they can apply their knowledge, okay, and also gain hands-on experience and on the environmental sustainability related field. And more importantly, some students actually, when they graduate, because they already work with the company for 1 year, some students also get a return offer. After graduation, they actually get a job offer to working in the same company. So just give you guys some list of the current capstone project, and 2024 to 25 just finished this year, like a Great Eagle Group, so which also actually have a scholarship for our program, and promoting the sustainable lifestyle in workplace. And we also have, for example, the Veolia, which is working on the project working on sustainable business travel. And we also have other like a company in the like a Korea international holding, so try to build automatic product for greenhouse gas and carbon calculation system. And also we have Geely, so which you guys know is it's a car company. So we also help them working on how to do the online ESG data management. And also other examples, like we finished last year, and Deloitte, how to do the internal carbon pricing on the journey towards to net zero, and also other like different groups, like Hong Kong and the Shanghai Hotel Group. You guys all know Peninsula Hotel, right, in Hong Kong. So actually this group of students, actually I was their academic supervisor last year. And I worked together with students, and I also learned from the project and how this hotel, they want to do a circularity model for the textile waste in the luxury hotel. So through all these projects, we want to train the student. The students also gain hands-on experience how to integrate what they learn to the real problem, the real situation, or the company they are facing, they want to solve. So through this process, the 1 year process, the students learn not only about the technical skill, but also people skill, how to communicate, how to work with different departments in the company, how to work different co-workers to solve the problem. Okay. In addition to that, in addition to the course and the capstone project, we are also we believe the study and the learning is also out of the class. So every year we will have 2 study trips. So we provide the students with the opportunity go to different place. At the same time, travel with the professors. So to different cities, different countries, to take a look how the environmental management technology applied on their real world situation. Especially we know some good examples from different cities, and then we let the student to see the real practice in different places. For example, this August, so we just been to Beijing to see how the chemical production, petroleum industry, how they integrated their production with to a more environmental sustainable friendly projects and the products. And also we went to see how the hydrogen can be applied in different aspects, like a different area, traffic, and also electricity generation, a lot of examples. So we guide the students to see the real examples. So during the trip, not only the students, many our professors, I think this year we have 9 professors go together with 35 or 45 students. You can see every professor take care of 5 students for the whole week. So during this week, the students itself, the same cohort, they became know each other, they work together. And also they became know more about me, all our professors. So every year we have this trip. Normally in the summer, we will have a trip like in mainland China, like Beijing and Guangdong, and we have been to different places you can see, like Hangzhou. We also go to Hebei to see the green energy, the wind turbine farms, the wind farms, offshore farms, and all the like solar panel systems, in North China. And in the winter trip, which is coming normally in January, so we will go to like Southeast Asia or East Asia or even Europe. So we try to learn something what they are already applying in their city. We want to learn what kind of environmental and sustainability like projects they have been implemented in their cities. And in addition to that, we also have other like a co-curricular activity. Like we have different seminars, and like our alumni and some like industry leaders are come to share with the students on environmental sustainable topics. And we also have like different competitions. We have the career development forum and the mentorship program. And more importantly, we also have the alumni buddy program, which means the students after graduate, okay, we actually have a very good bonding with them. So our current students with the graduates, like our good examples, actually we will form a body program. So they will guide the students on, okay, how you're going to learn in the 4 years, give you advice, and how you can well prepare for your future career. And we also have a lot of this career sharing session. Okay, the next part I want to share with you what career can I have. Okay, so as I just mentioned before, the ESG is something we have a large space, and we have a lot of job opportunity for the ESG report. So our students after they graduate, so many parents may not or students may not never think about it. Okay, an environmental related program after you graduate, you can go to like a big 4 firms. You can go to all these big companies. Actually, half our students actually go to business and commerce field. Okay, because every big company they need have a sustainable like office, sustainable team, and every company, big firms like hotels, even like banks, they need to have like a do ESG report. And even the big 4, they also need people to do the ESG reporting. So all our students, okay, so they all have our students, graduates, and in their company. And also some students may go to environmental consultancy, and another 15% go to like NGO and ESG, NGO and NPO, and also some students may go to further study as a master in your overseas university or stay in Hong Kong. And also some students may have their own startup. So this is a career perspective. And just want to share with you guys, so this year in March, we just had a career forum. So we invite many of the leaders from the industry, including like Freeman from AECOM, Michelle from the China State Construction, Patrick from the Swire Property. And this forum actually chaired by the Christian Law, who is the former Under Secretary for the Environment of the Hong Kong government, and also currently the Chief Development Strategist. And also we have many of our alumni come back. Okay, now they are already senior manager or in the leadership in many of the big company and industry. And another information share with you. So actually 2 years ago, we just have our 10th anniversary homecoming dinner with the class who graduated like 12 years ago. Okay, so many of the alumni, the students, are now already became senior manager or associate or some director in very big companies. And the good thing is, after they graduate, they get into this company, became a senior manager. So when they hire new employees, so actually they want more our program because they stay with us for 4 years. They know how good our students. So here just some examples because of the time limit. So we have some outstanding alumni like Esther Zhang, who is the director of the APAC ESG corporate strategy leader in the UBC now. And we have another, Michelle Fo, which is head of the sustainable development in the Cathay Pacific subsidiary service. And we also have another Michael Wang, whose current position is management training in the Jones, Swear and Sons company. So these are all outstanding alumni, but we have more examples. But here, due to the time limit, I cannot share with you more. And finally, I just want to get you some information. Maybe you guys are more want to know more. Is how we can get in. Okay. So for JUPAS application, so the minimum admission requirement is just minimum, very minimum. Okay. English language with 4 and other courses 3. And there is no special required subject or no specific subject requirement for elective. You can choose whatever you want, and all are eligible to apply for our program. And we have a score formula, which means the English will be ×2 and the mathematics also ×2 plus other base 3 subjects. Okay, and based on the previous years, okay, the average or the medium range for the medium range, so the medium level between sometimes maybe 22, some year maybe 26. Okay, average around 23. So which means if you guys have the JUPAS like a DSE score higher than 23, you have a very high chance to come into our program. Okay, and for non-JUPAS, so we accept any international curriculum like IB or A-level, AP, and SAT. These are also the mid-15 score range. Okay, so the medium range. Okay, depending on different years. Of course, we have students higher than that, and also some students maybe a little bit lower than that. So for IB, so the mid-range is around 35 to 40. So A-level, so it's around 144 to 168. And for SAT, normally we want the student, the mid-level is around 14 and 18 and to 15, 40. Okay. And so through our program and through 4 year study, we want the students, when we select the students and also after students graduate, we want the students to have this, property, okay? They're passionate about the environment. They're caring. They are good communicator. They're resourceful and willing to take risk, and also, have the receptive in new ideas. Okay, so these are the students we want, and also we want to train our students in more about that. Oh, sorry. The last thing I want to emphasize again, the Hong Kong IQEP accreditation. Okay, so EVMT, our program is first accredited program. Okay, so the Hong Kong IQEP actually already been officially announced by the government. So in the future, so if you want to do EIA ESG reporting, so you have to have some accredited like a professional to sign this report, and then Hong Kong IQEP will be the one. And you can see the Swear property when they hire people. They actually emphasize, the program of our our EVMT program name. So which actually highlight, so how good our students has been trained, and also the graduates, alumni in the job market. We already have more than 12, 13 cohorts. So these students already built a very good name of our EVMT in the job market. Okay. So so this again the Hong Kong IQEP. So we are actually the first program, as I mentioned before, accredited. After you graduate from this program, you actually can get the fast track, which means 5 years you can become the professional of Hong Kong IQEP. Compared to other programs, you may need 10 years. Okay, so one important information I want to share with you. For example, in Hong Kong EPD, the government with Hong Kong IQEP, without Hong Kong IQEP will be very different. From assistant EPO to EPO, you have to have this Hong Kong IQEP. And when you get into the government, so your salary start point with and without will be huge different. You can, the start point to actually have more than 20,000 of different in Hong Kong dollar. Okay, and next I want to invite our outstanding alumni, Whitney Yu, to share about her journey after graduation.
Hello. Hello, everybody. All right. While we wait for the slides to come up, let me introduce myself. My name is Whitney. I graduated in 2023. I'm local. I'm Hong Kong. But I went to an international school. I apologize for the heavy American accent. And thank you. And I studied EVMT for 4 years plus 1 gap year, so graduated in 2033. And this is me with a melting block of ice. Yay. So, when I started university, I needed to know where I was going. I think a lot of things you need to decide immediately when you're 16. When you really don't know what you're doing, you don't have the experience to really be confident. Some people know, I didn't. So I decided I want to do something that's kind of related to the environment, but I wasn't sure what. So I heard about EVMT. Yes, introduce myself. And I heard about EVMT, and the reason why I wanted to join EVMT was because it's interdisciplinary. It's quite unique. I went to the other big 3 Hong Kong universities Info Day. They didn't have anything that was very similar. And even though the ESG topic is hot and new relative for the Hong Kong corporate environment, EVMT has actually been around. I was surprised 15 years we have the celebratory cruise soon. And it's also a very small group. So the moment I came in, I realized there's only 20 people, and in year 2 there's 40. So everyone here is very passionate, and then it's also very close-knit because everyone loves the same thing, and there's very few of us, and we all know each other. So when I mention it's interdisciplinary, I mean it's very much, there's a very strong science background that you need some sort of environmental science, and then you need some sort of policy background. So I took some of my favorite courses as an example. For climate change impacts, you learn about what is climate change and why that matters, and that takes a lot of scientific background. And then you go around and you learn about economics for environmental policy, like game theory, like why we make the decisions we make today. Why does the oil price fall? And on more technical skills, we have life cycle assessment to actually do calculation of environmental impact. And on more for surviving in the business world, negotiation, where you go up to LSK Business School and you fight other business students to get a higher grade. But all this was very interesting and all, but aside from courses, I also had many opportunities here at UST. And I think UST really makes a good environment. We can call it a living lab, where you can try and experiment with different things. And I had the great opportunity to pick up an internship here, to also start an art project where we melted plastic from the Luk Joy Kerker at Saigon. And then I painted a staircase, completely random. But we had all these different opportunities. And if you're interested in this, then you can also find the way to try out new things and explore. And with UST, with EVMT, I also went on different trips. So the field trips that was mentioned, we went to Germany, and we went to see real solar panels, wind turbines, and also they have a bottle reuse system, which we don't have in Hong Kong. I went to Canada for exchange, and also to the PRD to see different factories, as well as how they integrate different environmental processing systems. So there were many, many adventures that I had, and I genuinely enjoyed them. But I think EVMT really advantaged me in the area of getting in touch with the corporate world. When I went into university, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Science, maybe. But then when I came out of university, I knew I wanted to go into corporate sustainability. I wanted to help companies actually make an impact. And many companies, really, they just want to not break the law, so they make ESG reports. But then when you translate this into actual environmental impact, then we can potentially make a change, and that's what I hope to do. So I did a 1-year gap year internship, and that was very much worth my time. I went to CLP, and they really, I think this is a unique position that is advantage for EVMT students because they're looking for someone who can meet their business needs, but they also need to have some sort of sustainability understanding. So if you went in with a finance background, you may have a little bit more challenging. I think sustainability is not rocket science, but it's definitely advantageous to know all of these things. And definitely I felt that intersection of business and science when I was working there for a year. And finally, in my final year capstone, as mentioned, we worked with a company. I was fortunate to work with an asset manager, a global manager called Allianz Global Investors. And for my final year project, we did research for them. So they wanted to know, what are the ESG regulations? What matters to the world in different markets all around the world? And that's when you start to realize this is a global topic that companies, even if they're financial companies, a fund house, they also care about this and they need some way to address this. So they're willing to work with us, and I also learned a lot about how to work with and communicate with people in a company. So moving on, graduated, inevitable, thankfully. Now I'm, as mentioned, I'm a sustainability consultant at Schneider Electric. Schneider Electric is a big French company that doesn't make lifts. We make electrical components. And I think I was most pleasantly surprised by how many EVMT students are in Schneider Electric. Here we have 5 trainees who joined 2 years ago, but in the last 2 years, they've hired about 12 trainees in 2 different programs, and 6 of them are from EVMT. That's how much our brand name matters and how it's important also for us as alumni to hold that up. So what I actually do on a day-to-day basis, I know you want to know what people do. So what it actually means to be a sustainability consultant, I'm more of an expert on data. But when we talk about environmental, social governance, this covers a lot of topics. Environment is not just carbon, it's also energy, it's also water, it's waste, it's also the amount of fuel that you use and the efficiency of that fuel and where you get it and how much and when. So this fits a lot of data, and it's also very confusing for a lot of companies, and they need to get a lot of data, and not to mention social and governance topics as well. So we help companies to establish their GHG emissions inventory, to meet reporting needs, engage suppliers, as well as do energy audits, circularity, which is the reduction of the resource use, and also in transitioning from what our current world is to a new world where we have different resources. So yeah, I just breezed through everything really quickly. That's all. Thank you very much.